And welcome to episode 2 of After the Final Whistle. It is round 2 recap of NPLW Victoria, and with me tonight I have my co-host Han. Welcome aboard, Han.
Hi, Alex. How you going? What a round two it was. A few surprises and a few really tough games for a few of the teams, but oh, what a round two it was.
It was indeed. We'll get things off with Calder versus FV Emerging, and this was a really good game to look forward to. FV Emerging winning 2-0 last week up against the reigning champs, who feels like they've been the reigning champs for the last 4 or 5 years. 4-0 to Calder United, return to goal scoring form, and goals from Ava Gorba in the 4th and 34th minute, Adriana Taranto in the 64th, and Alana Turney in the 81st minute. So big result for Calder up after a disappointing round one.
Yeah, big results. And Ava Grober, wow, 2 goals in the first half. Just class, just went, one-on-one almost with the keeper, and she had the ball and she was able to finish it. So that was awesome to see. Adriana Taranto scored the other one, which was an incredible goal. And then the one from Alana Sterne, the youngster from a long range that I think now have given Calder the confidence to kind of bring forward more wins into the season.
Absolutely. And I was listening to Mark DeCaster, the coach, on a different show, and said he was actually happy with round one. He's had a tough time at Box Hill, so he was happy with the result, even though I'm sure he'd have been happy with the 3 points. But a good result there, 4-0. Yeah, absolutely right. Ava Gorba just turned up and absolutely put on a show. Adriana Taranto, once again, just bossing that midfield. And as you said, Alana Turney, just what an effort that was. So make sure, we'll put the highlights up and you can have a look at that. We'll follow the next game. And this one, again, another really solid, good game. Bayside United versus South Melbourne ended up being 2-2. So, and they managed to get a draw. So goals from Julie Budungo in the 28th minute and Amanda Stevenson in the 37th. And for South Melbourne, Akeisha Sandhu in the 42nd and Tian McKenna in the 47th. So leaving it a little bit late, Bayside, but hey, they got their first points in a very long time.
That's right. And they got the first goal from Julia Budiongo against her old side. And they just all went nuts. It was probably wasn't expected at all. And then again, Julia did the assist to, I think, the second goal for Bayside as well. Yeah, in the back post pass. So she's having a lovely time. I think it took a while for her to warm up to the new squad. But now, because they played at home in, I think, was it Kingston? Or Knox? Was it Kingston?
I think it was.
I think it was their home side.
Yeah, I'll get that, sure, but I'm pretty sure it was at Kingston. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Akeisha Sandhu was a controversial penalty, as you all would say. It was probably the referee saw something, but that obviously got the scores level. But Bayside, 2 goals in this round 2, not bad after being defeated by a huge loss against Heidelberg the week before.
Yep, there was played at Kingston East. So again, good result for Bayside United. First win in a very, very long time. So I'm sure, they celebrated that and they thoroughly deserved it. I think on the day they put the disappointment of round 1 behind them and then thought, look, that's round 1. Let's get on to round 2. And hopefully they can build from that because it'll be great to see Bayside get a win, an actual win under their belts. So good to play. Next game that we played, and this is the one that I did, was Alamein versus Heidelberg. And this one, again, another great game. Katrina Nickpaw scored 2 in the 8th and the 26th minute, and Danielle Wise came up in the 52nd minute. I think this one, if they had an extra 5 to 10 minutes, I actually think Heidelberg could have got a result there in the end. They really put the pressure on Alamein. First half, Alamein were untouchable. They had chance after chance. The second half, they had another chance. I think it would have been 3-1 up, but it was an offside goal. But yeah, in the last 20, 25 minutes, Heidelberg were coming. The conditions were pretty warm for us, I think, for a Sunday afternoon. It was around 25, 26. The sun was just really on the players. But yeah, I think another 5-10 minutes, I think Heidelberg could have pulled off a draw. Steph Galea in that midfield, she gave everything. I think at the end of it, she was spent. I think a lot of the players were spent, but it was a fantastic game. How did you see this one?
Yeah, as you mentioned, it was just a surprising game. But Alamein, they came to play. And it was in a neutral ground too. It was a ground that I don't think we've seen NPL play before
No,
or recently. So I think for them it made it neutral, wasn't, Alamein's home or Heidelberg home. But yeah, everyone just worked their butts off pretty much. And Sydney Allen, um, played against her old side and won. So for her, it's I guess maybe a fitting side that she's with Alamein, that she could probably shine more. I think that was good to watch her play. But yeah, I think in the end, as you said, if Heidelberg had more time, they would have definitely got a couple of more goals in them.
yeah, that's right. That was a really good battle between Sydney Allen and Steph Galea. Really, I would say she received special treatment a few times. A couple of big tackles were put against her, but no love lost between them. But yeah, really great performance from Alamein. They'll take away their first 3 points of the season, and they look forward to this week. Final game to wrap up Sunday afternoon, 7:30, real odd time. FC Berlin, 2-0 winners, and that was thanks to Tiffany Iliadis and Rosie Roger. How did you see this game?
Again, surprising. Box Hill only conceded two, and there were two terrific goals, mind you. It wasn't like a penalty or something that was kind of lost in the defense. It was Bulleen doing what they do best. Tiff Eliadis, such a gun in terms of goal. She guarantees scores a goal or assist in one. And then the youngster, Roger, wow, just from nowhere, all the way from the back, scored that goal. Oh, everyone was just around her. She was just so ecstatic. Might have been possibly her first goal in NPLW as well. I'm not too sure to confirm that, but she was so happy. But Box Hill, they really defended it. They came against Calder last week with no goals from either side, and this week only conceding two against a strong Bulleen side in their home ground at night.
Yeah.
What a terrific performance from them as well.
Absolutely. And I think that, like you mentioned, Rosie Roger, that was a fantastic goal from the halfway line. Absolutely cut through and then went around Erin Hudson and just slotted it away. So it was a great, great finish. So we'll have a recap of the ladder. And just as we bring it up, as we see it, FC Bulleen Lions up in top spot on 6 points. So they're 2 from 2. Then we have Calder United on 4 points, Heidelberg on 3, Alamein on 3, FV Emerging on 3, Box Hill 1, South Melbourne 1, Bayside United 1. So we've only had 2 rounds. Surprising South Melbourne at the bottom there. So that's real interesting from them. We wouldn't expect them to be there, especially after last season. They were really pushing at the top. So it's interesting to see how they'll bounce back. So this week it's another big result, another big round, and it's the bottom teams playing off. So it'll be Box Hill versus Bayside United at Wembley Park. So that will be on 7:30 Friday. And then a big one on Saturday afternoon, Alamein versus South Melbourne. That's at Dorothy Laver West Reserve. Heidelberg versus FE Emerging in a neutral venue, Knox Regional Football Centre. And that's at 3 o'clock. And then wrapping up on Monday, FC Bulleen Lions versus Calder United at 8:15 at the Venuto Club, Dave Barrow Stadium. So again, we have quite a number of good games. Which one is your pick for the round of the match, game of the round?
Tough call. They're actually all very interesting. I think it will be quite a good kind of turnout in terms of who would win. It's hard to pick actually, because it's Box Hill, Bayside. Either of them, I reckon, could get pretty confident in terms of their shooting.
Yep.
Alamein could take over South in a neutral ground. Heidelberg again, all the way at Knox, and Bulleen against Calder. Oh, you never know what's going to happen there. But there's been a few, like Calder. We probably mentioned the game that they played in round 2. they were missing Alex Sinclair, but
Yeah,
however, they took in two players that have came back to the squad. One being Stacey Papadopoulos, and the other being Emma Roberts. So that could actually make an impact in a very strong Bulleen side.
absolutely.
Can't
So,
pick it, Alex. What do you reckon?
yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think the game of the round will be Bulleen Lions and Calder United. So we have to wait for Monday for that one. But they're all great games. The first game is Box Hill and Bayside. Either team could get their first win of 2022. Bayside, they've got a point behind them. Maybe confidence is up. Alamein probably getting South Melbourne at a good time. They're not obviously doing too well so far. Heidelberg and Emerging, both teams have had a loss. So again, that'll be a game to watch. But I think it will be the Bulleen Lions and Calder United, two big powerhouses of women's football. And that's going to be a cracker of game on Monday. So all coming to you live via NPL.TV, thanks to Clutch TV. So we want to thank you all for watching tonight, Han. Have a great call on the weekend. We'll definitely be watching and listening in. We didn't have a guest tonight. We will have a guest next week. Apologies we couldn't get that. As we said, we are working behind the scenes to get players on. We understand there is like FC Cup along with the weekend games happening. So training is pretty much a priority for most teams. And we appreciate that, but we'll try to get someone on. And also the people, supporting us and sharing and liking our liking our videos. Please continue. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to produce this. So please get onto all our platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. So search for us and give us a like and follow. Han, I'll leave it with you to wrap things up.
Again, huge thanks for everyone listening, watching, resharing, tagging. Definitely appreciate your support. Round 3 up next. Can't wait for it. We're gonna, hopefully have a guest next time. We'll see you all on the ground. Say hi, come say hello. We'll all be there. If you see a camera, we'll be there. If you're interested in coming on board and want to, say hi on the stream or on the podcast, we're happy to have you all. Again, that's the end of the wrap up for round 2, NPLW round 3 for next week. We will see you then.
Thanks for watching. Enjoy your week.